If you're looking to upgrade that old webcam to something that's small and in 4K, I got you. And we're back, DLG fam. Welcome to everyone and welcome to all the new viewers. And like always, bienvenidos a todos al canal DLG. Gracias por tomar el tiempo en venir a nuestro canal. So guys, about my voice, it's still not back yet. It's still on strike. I can't believe it. Yes, I'm gonna actually go see the doctor to see what exactly is going on as to why the old vocal cords don't want to let me do the woo. Hey, it's almost back. All right, we got to keep it down low. All right, guys, so I did mention something small and in 4K. The webcam game has really come a long way. And we went from having those huge, big webcams sitting on top of our monitors, and we're now down to a smaller version of them that pumps out 4K, and it has pan, tilt, and zoom. What am I talking about? Bam! The OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite Edition. Yes, this is the Lite version of the Tiny 2. I will do a in-depth review video of the Tiny 2, but for today, we have the Lite version. This is the little brother of the Tiny 2, and the big brother is the OBSBOT Tail Air. So let's go to the unboxing, guys, and check out what this device looks like. How big is it? That's what she said, right? And put it to the test. Check out what the capabilities are. Obviously, I will let you guys see the quality of the camera and the quality of the audio if it does have a built-in microphone. So too much jibber jabber, guys. Let's go to the unboxing and check this out. All right, guys, check it out. The OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite Edition. Look at that right there, guys. Do you guys think this is the actual size of the Tiny 2? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Hope everyone is having an amazing day. It's actually getting pretty hot here in LA, so we're finally enjoying summer. All right, almost opened it the wrong way. Here we go, guys. All right, so you get a QR code, more than likely. This is for the manual. Stay pro, stay productive. Okay, so what are we having here? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you get the user manual, warranty policy, and this camera itself also has gesture controls just like on the Tail Air, and I will touch base as to what those gestures are. Let's set that to the side, and wow, this sucker is almost as small or as big as my thumb. Look at this, guys. Look how tiny this thing is. Or my kids would say, oh, look at that, it's so cute. I'm pretty sure that's what my kids would say. And look at this right here. Let's compare it to the picture. Yep, it's almost a 1-to-1. Just that the picture's a little bit more smaller. This is it right here, guys. This is the Tiny Lite. And as I mentioned before, this is the little brother of the Tiny 2, which I will do an in-depth review later on. Look at this right here, guys. You got this little flap right here that goes on top of your desk. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and see what else is in here. And all right, so you got this little box right here. This is more than likely all the little cables that you need to get it to work. So you do get a USB-A to USB Type-C adapter just in case if you do not have an extra USB port on your PC or your Mac. So the cable is a USB-C to USB-C cable right here, as you guys can see. That's pretty neat. All right, set that to the side. What else comes in here? And I think that's about it. So you get the manual, warranty card, USB Type-C cable, USB-A to USB-C adapter, and the little Tiny 2 Lite camera. All right, guys, so let's talk about the features on this camera. This camera does have AI auto tracking with auto zoom. That's clean right there, guys, because you know sometimes you want to hold up an item to the camera as so, and you want it to be able to focus into that particular item. This camera can do that, and we're going to put it to the test. It also has preset modes for presetting your PTZ, which is your pan, tilt, and zoom. It has UHD resolutions up to 4K at 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60 frames per second. Optimized body part trackability. Body part trackability. Does that mean it could track your arm, your legs, your head? I'm not too sure. Let's test that out as well. Dual omnidirectional microphone, as you guys can see right there, those two little pinholes, that is the dual omnidirectional microphone with adjustable noise cancellation. Oh man, your meetings, Your stream game is about to change. All right, guys, so this camera does have a 1/2 inch CMOS sensor and it only weighs 91.4 grams. That's pretty light, guys. The effective pixels is 48 megapixels. The aperture is 1.8. The field of view as far as depth goes is 79.4 inches at a 4:3 ratio. The field of view for the height is 67.2 inches at a 4:3 ratio as well. The equivalent focal length is 26 millimeters. The minimum focus distance is 10 centimeters. Now, as far as the video resolution, this little camera can pump out 3840 by 2160, 30 frames per second, 25, 24, 20, and 15 frames per second. Also at 1920 by 1080 with the following frames per second: 60, 50, 30, 25, 24, 20, and 15. The digital zoom is 1 to 4x. It does have autofocus and manual focus, and get this, guys, it does support HDR. It is on a 2-axis gimbal with a controllable range of the pan of plus or minus 140 degrees, the tilt between 30 degrees and 70 degrees. The mechanical range has a pan of plus or minus 150 degrees and a tilt of plus or minus 90 degrees. Look at that right there. That's what it's talking about. Almost a full 360 on the camera itself. This little camera right here goes for $179.99. I will put the information down in the description below because there's a variety of combos that OBSBOT offers with the Tiny 2 Lite. All right, guys, so as far as the gesture control goes, I will show you on the preview of the actual webcam use, because that way you'll be able to better understand how to use the gesture controls. So let's go ahead and set up the camera. I mean, just plug it in, right? That's all you really need to do. But I will show you where you can download the software so you can have your camera ready to go. All right, guys, so here's the OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite camera. As you guys can see, it actually doesn't take up too much space on your monitor, and its size makes it look pretty cool on top of your desk. So let's go ahead and give you a preview of what the camera is capable of doing. All right, guys, so in order for you to actually download the software that you need to operate the OBSBOT camera, you're going to have to visit obsbot.com, and then you're going to go to products, go to the Tiny 2 Lite. From there, you're going to go into download. You're going to download OBSBOT Center, formerly known as OBSBOT Webcam. Once you have that done, go ahead and set up the software. Once you launch the software itself, I will show you what it looks like. All right, guys, so here is the software itself, and the camera, I will show you guys real quick right here. So you might have noticed that the camera itself does not have a privacy lens. That means that the camera does not have a way of hiding the image if you accidentally turn it on. Haha, but guess what? You see that right there? Device is sleeping. Look what they did right there. They make the camera actually point downward. That way you don't need to worry about privacy, because that's the privacy right there. It faces down when it is in sleep mode. All right, guys, so now I'm giving you video through the Tiny 2 Lite. And as you guys can see right here, this is the software that is provided by OBSBOT to control your Tiny 2 Lite camera, or the Tiny 2, or the Tail Air Cam. So as you guys can see right here, this does have various types of video format: 4K 30 frames per second, 1080p 60 frames per second, 1080p 30 frames per second, or 720 at 60 frames or 30 frames right there. And you could record through the software itself, as you guys can see right there, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Bam, I'm now recording at 1080p at 30 frames per second. Let me pause this real quick and move it over to the 4K 30 frames per second, but just to let you guys know, it will use up a lot of more system resources when you're using the 4K capability. You guys are aware of that. You're pushing the camera to work its best and its hardest, so now you're gonna push your system to do the same. All right, so we switch over to 4K. All right, that's what I'm talking about. You see this? 4K recording requires high computer performance and may cause video stuttering. Please choose appropriate resolution according to your computer configuration. So my system is outdated as far as the processor goes. It's an Intel i5, and I'm pretty sure it's going to lag. So let's give it a try, and we can just have a normal conversation. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Let me know down in the comments below how well or how bad do you think it's performing. Don't blame the camera, blame my system, because like it said right there, make sure that the settings for the video format corresponds to the performance of your PC. All right, so let's talk about gesture controls. Start human tracking. Right there. Now, wherever I move, it does the autofocus. It's going to follow me in a perfect manner. Even if I go up, if I go down low, it's going to track me. And that's pretty cool. So if you want to enable the zoom, you do an L shape as so, and it will enable the 2x zoom, as you guys can see right there, but that's a little too close for comfort. And to disable it, put up the L shape again, and it turns it off. Now to enable dynamic zoom, you put up 2 L shapes with both of your hands as so. You wait for the confirmation of the camera when it starts blinking to let you know that it's activated. There we go. Now dynamic zoom has been activated, and it will track me all around and zoom into my face and so. So the way you zoom in like this, you go forward and it'll zoom in as close as possible, and you go back and it'll zoom out. Let's talk about the actual features that the software has. So with the software, you're able to do AI human tracking when you're in motion. As so, as you guys know, it will track you like this because I'm constantly moving around. Let's say you're in a TED Talk, right? And you're walking around and you're going all over the stage. The camera actually follows you around. So let's go back to standard human tracking. And this has upper body. Obviously, I would have to stand up. And let me see if I can do that right now. There we go. Look at that, guys. It will track the top of your body with that particular feature. Follow me back down as so. And bam, we're ready to go. Check this out. Bam, right there, guys. Autofocus, that's pretty neat. I like that feature right there. So let's continue on along. And it does have AI mode for groups. And if, let's say you're with a group of people, you click on that and it's going to focus, give you little squares of everybody that's involved inside the frame. And if you want to see what that looks like, go to my Tell Air review and you will be able to see there what am I talking about, because I do have my kids come into the picture. You do get some presets here. You get 3 available. Here you can actually manually control the gimbal, and it's either the pan, tilt, or zoom down here. And you also have 3 different camera views: wide, medium, and narrow. I would say basically it's kind of like zooming in. So let's go back to wide right there, and let's scoot over a little bit to the side. You guys are getting the ugly shot of the setup. And we're back live and in action. So you go to image, autofocus is on. Autofocus global for everything, and autofocus just for your face. So that means you'll get a blurred out background while your face is being focused on. And you got your auto exposure, as you guys can see right there. You can fiddle with that. Global face compensation, anti-flickering, 50 hertz, 60 hertz, white balance. I tend to leave all of these automatic because I like the type of work that the camera is doing on its own. Not unless you're the type of person that actually wants the presets to be to your liking, then you're more than welcome to fiddle with that and make it work for you. You do have the image, contrast, saturation, sharpness, and hue. So let's go to the next tab. Man, all right. So we could do native. It changes it a little bit right there, as you guys can see. You could do classic. You start noticing it starts kind of like to mess with the tone, the smoothness of your skin, as well as clarify, slim down, or narrow down. Let's see what happens here. Let's go to narrow. Does it really mess with your face? Ah, look at that, guys. Oop, the higher you go, the thinner it makes you look. Man, that's crazy. Technology nowadays. Look at that. Let's go back to 30. Let's put it back to normal. 30. Okay. So then you could go to face. Look at all these features, guys. Man, I swear this thing will catfish people. I'm not lying to you. You can mess with your eyes, your cheekbones, your nose, your mouth, whiten your teeth. Where have you guys seen the ability on a camera to whiten your teeth? Nasolabial. I'm not too sure what part of your body that is, but I think it has to do with this part here. Your upper lip and your nose. All right, so you also have, wait. What does that mean? Classic. Man. Makes you look like a man. Let's go back down here. You got nature, fresh, clear, crystal, film, sheer, pure, black and white. And I still see some color on the monitor in the back. I'm not too sure how that's supposed to function. All right, then you got soda. Let's just go back to no filter and we're good to go. Let's go to the next tab right here. Oh, wait a minute. Body. Only effective when a single person appears in full body. Guys, if you want full customization of the actual way you look on the camera, this is the way to go. Look at this. Body, slim, leggy, legs, waist, shoulders, head. Let's try this out, guys, just for the heck of it. Let's try the head. Let's try the head. Look, it shrank my head a little bit. I don't have a big old head, but let's see. Let's go back to normal. Bam, that's normal. It never changed, huh? That's okay. All right, guys, so that down here, same thing. You get the same filters and makeup. You could put lipstick, blush, contour. Man, that's crazy. Let's see. Let's mess around with this. Let contour 3D. Okay, natural. Fancy. I could see some changes going into my forehead area. Cinnabar. Hey, what the heck? Oh my God, that is so... My kids are going to love this camera. They like playing around with makeup. And it does coral, pinkish. So how about if we go super pink? You saw that, guys? I know you guys saw that. It literally put lipstick on my lips. That is insane, guys. Technology is getting a little scary. I can tell you that much. So let's go to more. Here you will see the auto sleep. Obviously, you guys know the camera will actually flip upside down, go into sleep mode, give you the privacy that we all want and need. Now, sleep time, 2 minutes. You could do a sleep background as black, or you can do this one here. Let's test it. Let's put it to sleep. And bam, there we go. Okay, so you could also put a custom background. That's pretty neat because you might have your own brand, your own logo, and you want to put that on there. Go ahead and slap it on for all your streamers. You're good to go. Sleep background flip. So you're able to flip the background around. Lock target, human tracking, zoom with the gesture control, zoom factor. Here you're able to adjust it from 1, 2, 3, or 4. Dynamic zoom. We got the directional flip as well. Audio, microphone status during sleep. And this will let you know if the mic's actually capturing audio or not while it's in sleep mode. Auto gain control, disable microphone, radio distance, close, standard, or far. And you get the mirror image, pan tilt settings right here. Initial state, view the gimbal reversed, indicator status, firmware. Obviously, this is where you do your firmware updates. So guys, let me know what you guys think about this webcam. Look at that. That looks amazing. I know I've got a lot of lights on, so let's go ahead and turn off all these lights. Let's see how does it perform in low light. All right, guys, there it is. That is with minimal light. I only have the lighting from my nano leaves on my right side and the monitor that's right on the back of me. So let me know what you guys think of it. I think, once again, OBSBOT, you guys knocked it out of the park. This camera, or should I say this Tiny 2 Lite camera, I feel that it's well worth the full price. You do get that small form factor webcam. This is an awesome buy if you're going back to school, or you want it for streaming, or maybe you want it for your meetings from work, or you want it to be able to talk to your relatives from across the world without having to spend $200-300 on a webcam. This is a nice buy right there, guys. All right, guys, there it is. The Tiny 2 Lite webcam by OBSBOT. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about this particular webcam? I think it's pretty cool, guys. The fact that it's only $159, this will not break the bank, and you will get a quality camera that hardly takes up any space on your hand or on your desk. And guess what? You're able to take this everywhere you want because it's compact. It will not take a lot of space in your backpack or your briefcase or your luggage. Just make sure you package it right so you don't damage the gimbal. So let me know down in the comments below, if you do own an OBSBOT Tiny 2 Lite, let me know what you guys think of it. I would really like your feedback as to how well or how bad it has actually performed for you. So if you're a dad, woo, it's almost back, guys. A gaming dad looking for your next webcam that is smaller than your hand. Don't forget to check out my latest video. But till next time, guys, I'm Tech. Peace out. Guys, I kid you not, it's probably like 85 degrees up here, and I've had, my kids did pretty well. They stayed quiet through the whole hour of filming this.